It ends Tottenham 1, Wolves 1. Tottenham salvaging a point late at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to avoid a second defeat of the season. Stay tuned to the very end as I'll be as balanced as possible and really analyse this performance, what it meant, what we can take from it, and we're looking at whether it's 2 points dropped or 1 point gain for Tottenham in the end. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. It did end 1-1. I mean, overall game of two halves. I think before poor performance overall. I think we looked completely lost at times with no ideas. I mean, glad to get that late goal, don't get me wrong, but it's still a bad result. It's a case of you get something in this game rather than nothing, and we've done that. You'd think our players, never kind of met each other, never played with each other before this game. Having said that, 3 new signings in the team, it's always going to take time to gel. We've just got to accept that. It could have been worse, but we must improve. It was a very similar performance, felt very similar at times, even during the game, to Bournemouth at home. There aren't many positives to take from this game, but one positive would be that we come back from a losing position again like we did against Brighton. I love this kind of never die, kind of never give up attitude within the squad, and you can never be satisfied with a draw, especially, not with the draw at home to side at the bottom of the Premier League, no points at all in 5 games for playing us, but it's a case of a point is better than nothing. That's the way that I am viewing it, but it's frustrating. First off, I thought we looked better, and some would say unlucky not to be ahead. I would probably just about agree that still we weren't fantastic, didn't set the world alight in the first half, but we were certainly better than we performed in the second half. I just thought I would step it up and we'd do better in the second half. We didn't. We somehow we got worse, which is crazy really. So it was 0-0 reminder at the break, and that Wolves goal that come really fairly early in that second half. I think it was a real scrappy goal, come for a set piece. Vicario, can he do more? Very unlucky in terms of it pings around in the box, and it was a good goal. Polini to get the equaliser. I want to discuss him taking his shirt off. I have in two minds about this, two kind of opinions on it. I'm all for passion in football, and I hate you've been told what to do, not to do. Don't take your shirt off, don't do that. It's passion from Paulini. He's always been the same. Apparently he was at Fulham when he scored as well, rather than the scoreline. So I like that. But at the same time, you've got Paulini off to go on, I'm happy. I'm not happy, rather. I'm not happy with drawing to Wolves. We're not happy, and you go celebrate like that. I get it if we won the game. Having said that, overall, I don't see what's a booking for taking your shirt off. It's not something I necessarily agree with. Maybe it's something to do with the sponsorship. I mean, of course, we want players to keep their shirt on, but it's crazy as a booking thing. But anyway, that's sparked a tiny bit of conversation. But what should spark more conversation is Spurs and their lacklustre performance. I just looked at that team and not making excuses at all, but I just feel like, really missing like a James Maddison, a Kulusevski to create. Because, for me, the best players on the pitch were Bergvall and Kudus, and a lot of Tom's game plan, it felt, in this game was get the ball to Kudus, and in the end Kudus himself running out of ideas. They were doubling up, tripling up on Kudus, Bergvall looking to make things happen, but all these players, those two that I'm mentioning, were more non-existent in that second half. I love Xavi Simons. I think he's an absolute gem. I think he's going to be a fantastic player, and he's going to need time. I don't want to jump to conclusions. New league, new club, new country, etc. But at the moment we need to see a lot more from him. For me, I think he has to start in that 10 role. I know why Frank plays him on the left, because it means that he can get Bergvall into midfield. But for me, Frank got the approach wrong from the start, going with Paulinho and Bentacle. That's just my honest opinion. But Paulinho, of course, getting that goal, I just don't think you need to go that defensive against Wolves. I think we could have started someone like Sarr in there, but of course it's easy for me to sit here now and say that. But the reality is that we weren't good enough in this game. There are some performers that were good. I thought both centre-backs, Van Ven and Romero, good and tough with their tackles, very reliable at the back. But I think both full-backs struggled. It wasn't Jed Spencer's best game, wasn't a Doggy either. His best game wasn't Vicario's best game. I think Bentancur struggled a little bit, Simmons struggled, Richarlison, absolutely nothing from him. Having said that, didn't get any service. Substitutes not really making a huge impact. Matchday kind of did. So it's nice that goal we got from Polini. I mean, in my opinion, it's an okay ball from Tell. I'm glad he's trying to make things happen. He brought passion, he brought energy to the pitch, but it's a really good layoff from Sarr, who I think I've said it before was a really good player. I just felt like in this game we're just trying to squeeze too many good attacking players in, and moving players around. We need to find their best position. Simmons for me is a lot better as a 10. So it's frustrating, and Frank will learn lessons for this without a doubt. We just looked a little bit lost at times. We didn't move the ball quick enough. Some of that passing, even less focused on the first half, which I said was okay. The passing in that was just absolutely woeful. At times today, we couldn't string two passes together. We never really looked likely. If I'm being totally honest with you, I think we're very lucky to get that point. We didn't deserve it. But at the same time, it's not a good point. Even though we scored late, even now it's a bit of a sour and bitter taste, because we know that result's not a good one. But for Wolves, no doubt about it, it's 2 points dropped. However, I think Wolves a better point for Wolves. That's what it would have been at the start of the day. And even in this situation, I think for Wolves to get a point is a real positive. But even after we got the equaliser, a couple of minutes left of stoppage time that we had left over, we never looked like winning it. So frustrating performance from Spurs, a frustrating result. But I like, as I said, circling back to that positive to end on. It's a really good, positive to end on a positive. It's good, Sometimes you're not going to play well. Sometimes you can have a bad day at the office. We simply weren't at the races in this game. It's a bad day at the office, but we found a way to get a result, and a draw is better than losing. Mourinho says that if you can't win, make sure you don't lose it. In this case, it's if you can get something from the game, make sure you do, even if it's not going to be a good result, even if it be slightly humiliating. A draw is a lot better than a loss. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your man of the match from a Tottenham point of view, or if you want to give a Wolves player, that's fine. But let me know in the comments below. It probably would go to a Wolves player, but if I had to give it to a Tottenham player, it would be probably someone like a Bergvall. Thank you very much for watching. Frank tried every trick in the book, every player in different positions today, but I disagree with Frank a little bit. He seemed a little bit more positive. He said, look, of course, we need improvement, but he's generally happy that foundation's there, etc. I just don't think we're very good at all in this game. Better opposition. We're in big, big trouble. Thank you very much for watching. Come on, you Spurs. Apologies for the delay of the video getting to you. I was late, stuck in traffic coming home from the game.